I've been working on a system for the past 15 years or so that will allow you to get any job you want with a 99.99% guarantee. In this video, I'll share with you the simple step-by-step process. You don't need to be experienced for the job. It can be your very first time. It will get your foot in the door. So if this sounds like something you're looking for, then this is the video for you. You need to pay attention to this. I'm giving this away completely for free because I want to help people. I want to grow this channel, and this is a gem. And when you have a gem, you got to give it away. I use this system to go from washing cars and making minimum wage to being a multiple six-figure earning financial services manager. So if you pay attention and you stay with me, this will change your life. So first off, what do people normally do when they're looking for a job? They make a resume, they send in the resume, hopefully they get an interview. Then when they go into the interview, they bring a copy of that resume again, and they basically go through the same information they've already provided to the employer, and then wish for the best and hope that they get the job. This is exactly how you don't stand out and that you guarantee to be like everybody else. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, I call this the EAP, the Employment Application Package. What you're gonna do is you're gonna prepare a package that when you go in for your interview is gonna blow the employers away. It's going to ensure your success. It's gonna make sure you absolutely stand out. And like I said, I've used this and I've gotten offers over people who had significantly more experience than me just because of this package. And I know that because the employers told me that. So here are the steps of the package, and I'm gonna show you examples of everything that you have to do. Let's hop over to the computer. Okay, first off, let's start with what a powerful resume looks like. That is step one. Here's our EAP. Consists of 4 different pieces. Number one, we're gonna start with a resume. Now, this is just a resume that I have for myself. You wanna have a strong cover letter. I wish to apply for an opportunity to work for your company. I have a considerable amount of experience demonstrating strong personal skills. So you wanna take this, maybe screenshot this, and rewrite it in your own words, but you need to have a strong cover letter so that they can see your overall mission right away. List all your skills in a very clear format. Put your work experience that's relevant to that job. You may have all sorts of different things. Don't worry about that. Just stick to what's relevant to this job, and then any qualifications at the end, any degrees or anything you may have that are relevant to that position. So a very simple, straightforward, but strong resume with a good cover letter. That's all I'm going to touch on this. There's many videos on how to do a strong resume, but that's very foundational. Now let's go into the company profile. So you've got the interview. Okay, you're showing up in person. For example, this was at a position at BMW. So what you want to do is you want to create a company profile, right? Zoom in a little bit. Get the logo in color. Print this package out. Bring it in. Have the interviewers' names, so have it directed specifically to everyone you're interviewing. Present this package. You're going to say, I prepared a package to ensure my success if and when I'm hired at this company. Please take a look and let me know if you have any questions, and have it specific to the interviewers. They will be blown away by this. Okay, company profile. So when was BMW founded? Headquarters. This is maybe old information. It's from a while ago, but that was a CEO when I was looking it up. Employee count, what they do. Brief history. Show them that you understand the history of the company, where they're coming from, what they've been through, and to show that you've done some research and you know what the company's culture is. Then you want to show the advantage. So I put BMW advantage, rich history in auto engineering, the xDrive in-house motorsports division developed this. They've got their I brand, which is their electric line. So you're showing that you understand why this company is amazing, what their plan is going forward. You have some idea, you've done some research. And then interesting facts. This is your own personal interest of why you like the company, why you want to work there, what you think that's amazing at the company. Don't really show anything about what you bring to the table. That's in the next section. This is more about you understanding what their advantage is, what's interesting about them. You show the employer that you're already in line with their brand and you will be a good culture fit, because that's what they're looking for, is a good culture fit. By showing them this, you're showing that you're a hard worker, you've done your research, and you're the right type of culture fit. This type of person is the right culture fit at any employer. This will supersede any type of politics or even experience. So you're gonna have your interesting facts at the end, okay? So take a screenshot of that if you need to. Next, this is the real meat and potatoes, the 30, 60, 90-day plan. So this was for a financial services role, pre-planning. You're gonna write down what you're gonna do before you even get the job. Before you actually come in on Monday and start that job, what are you gonna do? Sit down with management, set expectations, contact all my previous clients from a previous job that I may have. If I don't have any new clients, create a plan for prospecting new clients. Understand the products, look at the pamphlets, look at the data, look at the information. Understand your commission structure or your payment structure so that you know you can maximize your income and maximize profits for the company. If you maximize your income, you're maximizing profits for the company. If you're looking at a salary job, then figure out how that applies to that. This is great for commission-based jobs, but for salary jobs, it's very similar. Show them that you have a plan of how you're going to be excellent. First 30 days, orientation, get to know, understand my product line, participate in specialized training programs. If they have any special programs, any meetings, anything they're doing, you want to get in on that. Show that you're ready to learn from day one. Find a mentor. So connect with the best employee and see what they're doing so you can emulate that. Create tactical templates. Show them you're organized. Create qualifying questions. So show them that you're ready to deal with customers and you already have a plan of action of how to tackle that. Report to your managers, get feedback. So you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to make mistakes, you want to get better fast. 60 days. Evaluate your past 30 days. How have you done? Fine-tune your strategy. Become involved with the other representatives you're working with on a deeper level. You want to make sure that you're a team player. Companies are looking for team players, so you're showing them that you're ready to do that. Develop a strategy to improve your paperwork and efficiency. So whatever your role is, if it's a physical job, if it's a paper job, show them that you're making a plan to create efficiency so that they don't have to micromanage you. They know that if you're doing something, you're going to do it correctly the first time, every time. Create relationships with partnering companies. So in a financial services role, we dealt with a lot of banks. So I started calling the lenders, getting in close personal relationships with them. They would come by, they would visit me, would hang out, get connected with the other team members that are maybe not in your position. So connect with the full team. Forecast profits to your manager. Show them, look, this is what I'm bringing into the company. This is what I plan on improving on to make more profits for the both of us. In this case, I created a spiff. So I pitched an incentive to the salespeople to work more closely with the financial services department so that way it became a smoother transition from sales to financial services. This is what dealerships are looking for. The customer doesn't want to feel like there's a big disconnect. They want to feel like it's a smooth conveyor belt from beginning to end. So I definitely put that in my plan. 90 days, figure out what you did well, engage with clients for more successful tactics, ensure that your time management is correct, come up with new creative ways to improve and become more efficient, get input from your team, from your manager, establish a long-term plan for the next quarters and the following years, develop strategies after getting input from your own clients and from your own team of how you can improve yourself, and then develop a system to defend against competitive threats, issues, or failures. So how can you make sure that you're not going to fail? If there's a competition, how am I going to beat them? So what you're doing is you're essentially planting seeds in the employer's mind that you're going to be on autopilot. They don't have to micromanage you. If they hire you, whether you're experienced or not, this 30, 60, 90-day plan is going to show them that you're going to get with the program fast. You're going to get going quickly. And remember, there are people who you're competing with who are more experienced in this role. But I'll tell you what the downside to those people are. They're set in their ways. They don't want to learn new things, especially in a commission-based job like financial services. You have finance managers who are like, I can earn this much for the company. I'm going to do what I do. They may have messy paperwork. They're kind of full of themselves. Especially in the auto industry, this may apply to many industries, but in the auto industry, the finance managers are very full of themselves, especially if they're experienced and they're high earners. And they have every right to be. So you coming in as a new person, how can you supersede that? How can you triumph over that? Is this plan. You're going to show them that I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to grow fast. And companies want people who are young, maybe not necessarily young, but people who are new because they can mold them. They can mold them to what they need, right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Companies may like experience, but they don't like old dogs. They don't want people they have to manage, people who are difficult to deal with and set in their ways. So by you coming into a role that you have no experience in, but showing them this plan puts their mind at ease, that you're gonna be able to get with the program quickly and have the advantage over the people who are more experienced. This is actually an advantage for you, your lack of experience. But you got to implement the system properly. Be confident with this plan. Stick with it. Remember, you give the system once the interview is done. You give them the package with the company profile, the 30, 60, 90-day plan, and maybe another copy of your resume. And you're going to want it named to those specific interviewers. You want the interviewer's specific names on it. You want the heading of the company logo in color, printed out in color, make it really nice and professional. Okay, interview questions. So before you give the package, they're gonna ask you, do you have any questions for us? If you say no, just get up and leave. You're not getting the job. You have to have questions. Remember, these questions are again reverse psychology. You're planting seeds in their mind to get them thinking about you after you leave the door. It's not actually for you to get information. The questions are a trick. They're reverse psychology. You're actually implanting information into the employer's mind that puts them at ease to hire you. This is a huge opportunity. You better have questions. It's super important. Okay, number one, how would you describe company culture? Remember, look up your own questions, reword these, but I'm gonna give you some good ones. How would you describe the company culture? What are you really saying? You're saying, I understand companies have a culture. How can I fit into that culture so that I'm another fish in the sea, things go smoothly, I'm not gonna stand out and cause a problem. I wanna fit in so that it's a smooth transition from unemployed to employed at this company. Number two, give an example of something outstanding that an employee did recently. You wanna know what impresses these managers. What are they looking for? I want to hear an example of something that somebody did previously that impressed you. What are some of the greater challenges one would face in this role? What are you saying by asking that? You're saying that I understand there's going to be challenges, there's going to be difficulties, things are going to go wrong. I want to be prepared for those. I want to plan beforehand so that when that happens, I know what to do. I'm ready to go. You're planting these seeds in their mind. Number four, how do you evaluate success? What is success to the employer? Is it a really nice person? Is it a person who's making a lot of money? Is it a person who works quickly, a team player? How do you evaluate success? That's what I want to know so that I can make sure that I'm successful in this role. That's the underlying message that you're portraying to them. You ask these questions, you're gonna be blown away. Don't ask questions like, oh, how much money am I gonna make? Do I get an office? Do I get my own parking spot? Those are awful questions. Those are selfish questions. You can ask those things later. Once they've offered you the job, you can ask those things. But during the interview process, it's your opportunity to impress them. These questions will impress them. And lastly, ask something personal, right? Connect with them on a personal level. What do you like best about working here? Ask the manager, what do you like best about working here? These questions are designed to use reverse psychology to plant a seed in their mind. It's a huge opportunity. Don't miss it. Use these questions, reword them, find some better questions, 3 to 5 max. So that's the package, but there's one more crucial step. Okay, so now you've left. The interview is over. What are you gonna do? You need to have a strong thank you letter. Thank them for their time. Let them know if they have any more questions to contact you. Let them know you're very excited, you're very interested in working with them, and you feel you can bring a lot to the table. 3 to 5 sentences. Now there's 2 ways you can go about this. The first way you can do it is you can send a thank you letter as soon as you leave. Have it pre-written, create a draft, address it to the managers, get their emails, have it pre-written, and send it 5 minutes after you leave the interview. They'll think you went in your car or on the bus or whatever, and you wrote it out and you sent it. But there's an even better way. Remember, it's all about reverse psychology. There's a better way to do it. Have it pre-written, put it as a scheduled email. So what that'll do is they'll send it the following morning, but don't send it at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Send it at like 5:52 a.m., like a random time that's early in the morning. Why? Why am I telling you this? Because what that's gonna show the employer, there's 2 things. It's gonna show the employer that you're up early. You don't even have to wake up early. That's the funny part. You can just do a scheduled email. You can be asleep, but you schedule it to send early in the morning. If you set it at 6 a.m., they'll know you did it, you scheduled it. Make it a random time, 5:36 a.m. So that way they think you're up. You had your coffee, you're doing some exercises, some stretches, you've written out this email and you sent it to them. You're somebody who wakes up early in the morning. That's the first thing. The second thing it's gonna do is when they get into the office and they open their Outlook or their emails, you're most likely gonna be the very first email of the day. They saw you yesterday, they saw your interview package, your employment application package, they were blown away by it. And now, the first thing they see on their computer the next morning is you, again, with a strong email at 5:36 in the morning. You just stood out amongst thousands of people. People don't do this. Nobody's doing this. It's an amazing system. I've seen it work time and time again. You need to make each one of these packages for each employer that you're looking at. Okay, like you make your company profile for that company. You can tweak your 30, 60, 90-day plan Maybe a few things you gotta tweak. If you're looking for the same job for two different companies, then maybe you can keep it the same. But if it's two very different jobs, you gotta change that. And please share this with other people. Share this video. This is life-changing information. You can turn your life around, go from being unhappy and miserable to having one of the best jobs you could ever even imagine. And quickly, too. It won't take you long. If you implement those things, you will move up fast. And I know what you're thinking, well, if everybody knows this, what's my advantage? Here's the thing, most people are not gonna do this. When you have valuable information in life, most people ignore it. They don't do anything about it. They ignore it and say, I don't need that, it's fine. If you actually do this, look, I just wanna reach one person out there. If one person takes this and it changes their life, then I'm happy, okay? Most people won't. Even if they watch this whole video, they still won't do it. If you listen to me, you do the employment application package, you follow the system, you follow the steps from beginning to end, you will get the job that you want. If it's not at that company, it'll be at another company. Even if there's some professional requirement for that job, you need some certification. I had companies sponsor me to go get the certification because they wanted me so badly, above people who were experienced with many years of experience. So this system can change your life if you implement it correctly. Many people, even those who watch this video, won't do it. So be the person, take the advice, apply it, you won't regret it. Thanks so much, like, subscribe, see you in the next one.